Hello. Hi. How are we all doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're fine. Hope you're good. Welcome to Lawyers Info Hub. It's always a pleasure to create content on this platform. I remain your host, Mercy. This platform is born out of the passion to demystify the way law is being taught or is being seen as one big tax or a Herculean process. So we try to demystify it for ease of understanding. We also bring in people at some point to also share their experiences, help at helping you become the best you can ever be. So we treat law issues, we discuss other issues that affect lawyers, excellence practice, becoming the best you can ever be, how to create a niche, and all of that. The channel is for both lawyers, law students, older lawyers, people who are interested in law. So today we're looking at why many lawyers live below average, an honest opinion. This is my opinion. And even though many other people may differ, but this opinion is born out of several years in active practice and exposure, experience, and how I've been able to relate with other lawyers, clients, to able to know why are many lawyers living below average and why are many others very influential. And the ones that are very influential may not even be as intelligent as the ones living below average. This honest opinion is born out of over 10 years experience. So it's an opinion has uh, that has been scrutinized to an extent. It may not be the best opinion you may want to get, but it's an opinion that will make a little sense to you. And I also urge you, peradventure, you have other things that are the reasons why many lawyers live below average. You can drop it on the comment section, for others to see. Thank you for those who are watching and for those who will watch later. I hope you will learn one or two things from this channel. If you're yet to subscribe to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button. Join us. It's a wonderful family. It's a wonderful place to be to enrich your knowledge base and to increase your capacity. Now, over the years, I've found out that strategy is one of the things a lawyer must put in place to be able to bring to life your goals and vision. It's good to have goals, it's good to have vision of where you want to be, who you want to be, the kind of practice you want to set up. But if you don't have a good strategy, you may not be able to actualize your goals and vision. You may not be able to sincerely get the juice of the practice. There's something called the juice of the practice, the profits of the profession. Yes, many people have what it takes. Many people are well placed. Many people are in better opportunities or better places or better environment, but they're not getting the juice, the profit, the money, the influence, the fortitude, the comfort that is required or that should come as a result of the work they are putting in. We see where we say people work as elephant and eat as rats. Many lawyers work as elephant. They're so busy day in, day out. They don't go on vacation. They don't go on leave. They are in if you go to the office, their tables are filled with books, files. They work over the weekend, they don't rest. It's about office, work, work, work. They barely have time for themselves. They don't network. They don't associate. They don't even know what is happening in their profession in terms of knowing the programs, in the MBA meetings. They don't. They're just so busy. But at the end of the day, when you look at the pocket, when you look at what is coming in from this busyness, you'll be wondering why is it little? Whereby some people they don't stress themselves. They don't work so hard as people may say it, or if you compare it, they work hard, but not so much. They take their time. They are not too busy. They have time for themselves. And if you look at the pocket is fat. So I'm going to share some tips which I have gathered all these years. And I just hope it will help someone there. It could be a young lawyer who is trying to start. It could be an older lawyer who is even tired of the status quo. I want to change it, to have a paradigm shift. It could also be for a law student who believes that he's going to have or she's going to have a thriving profession or a thriving career, to know what to do. The earlier these things are exposed to you, the better information you have to know to hit it running. One of the strategies you must have, you must embrace as a lawyer who does not want to live below average is don't how to identify brain pickers. Brain pickers. You see, once you're a lawyer, your family, your friends, everybody is happy that you're a lawyer. Everybody wants to associate with you. Everybody wants to gain something from you. And if you look at it critically, they may not want to give back to you, but they want to gain from you. Every issue they are calling you on phone, they want you to intervene. My brother is a lawyer, my sister is a lawyer. That is good. I'm not against helping people. I'm not against being able to render illegal services for church members, friends, neighbors, and all of that. But learn how to identify brain pickers. Brain pickers. These people will pay so much to an outsider, but because you're an insider, you're a friend, they will not want to pay, but they want to gain services. Learn to professionalize your career. Learn to professionalize your legal knowledge. Not everything should be spoken on the phone. Not every conversation should be on the phone. Let them know that you have an office. Even if you don't have an office, you can invite them to a place you call your office or your home or where you run your practice. So you can sit down, in a more professional, way. That way, the person gives you more respect and you are well positioned to, you know, demand for professional fees or payment for the legal services you are to render. If you keep, you keep allowing people to pick on your legal knowledge, you end up not getting anything and they'll pick on it and utilize it, not pay for it. And when they have, they even they have better, or let me say cases or issues that bring more money for you, they'll go to another person. They'll feel, why would this person be giving us all this information for free? They always call you and say they will get back to you, and they never do. So learn to identify brain pickers and know the strategy for them. Learn not to release too much information on phone or over a casual conversation. Invite the person to your office. Let it be professional. Let the person sit down. If, for example, the person is a friend, the person is a colleague or a church member or just a friend who you may not want to charge consultation fee. So, okay, because of our friendship, I usually charge consultation fee for so. But because of you, I may not be able to charge consultation fee, but for this is what we're going to pay. This is a subsidized cost because of our relationship. The person may feel, is it not so much? They might price. But at the end of the day, you're getting some. Sometimes you see someone who's just calling to help you do something, you end up writing letters, visiting a police station, or making calls to another lawyer, trying to mediate, trying to do this. You end up spending your time, spending your knowledge, spending time you could have used for something more productive for their work. And they may feel, at the end of the day, they might even not be grateful for what you've done. So learn to identify what brain pickers. When you identify brain pickers, you'll be able to reduce certain free legal services you render for people they ought to pay for, but they don't pay. So many lawyers who live below average because they want to be too nice, because they just feel everything is not pay for payment, everything is not strong. You have to be, I'm not against pro bono services. Fine, it's good. But there are cases in which you need to be paid and you deserve it because you're putting in your best, you're putting in your time. So don't allow people take you for granted because you're a friend or because their family members or because they helped you go to school and all of that. Another strategy you need to know so that you don't live below average is learn to charge good fees. What is the difference when a lawyer charges maybe 10 million for a brief, another person is charging 500,000, another person is charging 200,000? You might say it is the level of that lawyer. You see, even a senior advocate was once a normal lawyer who became a senior advocate. But there are people who are not even senior advocates, but they have value for who they are. They have value for their time. They know who they are in terms of knowledge base. Many a times why people charge low is that they don't believe in the knowledge they have, or they are not well trained. If you are well trained and you know what you're doing and you know your capacity, when you charge people, you're sure of what you're doing. And no matter how much they beg, you know there are certain limits you can't go below. And thank God for the new remuneration order that is in place. Many people have not even gone through that document. It's important you know the value of who you are. It's important you know the value of the kind of legal services you can provide. That way, when you when you when you know this value, it gives you an edge to know the kind of charges you can give your clients. Excuse me. As much as you say, I'm a young lawyer, I'm starting up, there are limits, there are benchmarks you can't go below. When people buy something very cheap from you, they hardly value it. Even in clothes, in a lot of things, when people buy things that are cheap, they don't really place so much value in it. But when they get something expensive, even if they were deceived that is original, because of the value they bought it, they kind of preserve it. They kind of ensure that they can use it for long. That is how people treasure expensive services. Yes, don't be a lawyer. So someone will tell you I can only pay him 10,000, 50,000. No. When people come to you, they know that you're coming for value. And it's another part of this is that when you charge people for legal services, ensure the services you're giving are top notch. Ensure the services they are giving are worth it. Because it will make sense if someone pays so much and they're not getting the benefit of why they paid so much. You see, most of these high profile firms that charge so much, they have capacity. They have people who are available to do your work. They are very cautious. They know even if one person is not there, another person is there. So if you're going to charge, you must be available to do the work. Even if you're not available, there must be people around you. You have trained people working with you that will be available to do the work. And you ensure you do the work professionally, not haphazardly. So you must learn how to peg the price to your professional knowledge. Have value for yourself. You see someone doing a little opinion for 5 million, and that opinion, someone is trying to price you 50,000. You know that you're going to do a research, you know what the law is, your presentation is in line with what the law is saying as today. Why do you want to bring it down? The way there's inflation, that is how you affect everybody, both the rich and the poor. So don't do things because people are you must have the professional heart. The professional heart goes for the best, not for pity party. I'm not against you making some consideration, but in making some consideration, you must also be realistic that you live in the same planet where the inflation hits hard and affects both the rich and the poor. Another thing you must do not to live below standard. Many lawyers are afraid to review their fees. With the high cost of living these days, with the way things are going, many firms, like now we're in the vacation period, very soon start a new legal year. You see firms writing to clients for review of fees. Review of fees. Places on a very good day, you can buy fuel of a 5,000 to go to maybe outside jurisdiction. You're buying fuel of 10,000. You're, a lot of increases in because of the economy. Everybody is aware of what is happening. Don't be afraid to review your fees with your clients. Now, in reviewing fees, you know that before a client can even consider your request for review and look at it very well, they must have been satisfied with the services you're giving. If your services are not good, You will not have that face to even face a client to say review your fees. But when the client is satisfied that I'm getting the best from my lawyer, review your fees is now negotiable to say, I understand counsel, I understand what's happening, but can we do it like this? Can I pay this and all of that? Do you understand? So don't be afraid to review fees. If not, you may the value of what you charge a client 2 years ago may not be even be able to sustain a matter, may not be able to sustain a matter. Now, a lot of people charge differently. A lot of people charge per work in terms of depending on the stages of the work. Whereby some people charge outright, fees. If your fee is 10 million, you pay that 10 million. If it takes 3 years, you do your matter. Whereby some people charge per work, depending on the strategy you're using. You know what works best for you. So I'm not going to teach you how to charge. But whatever works for you, you have to also consider review of fees when necessary. Don't be afraid to say, I'm going to lose this client because I'm asking for review of fees. It doesn't make sense. There is need for that. Put it across to your clients. You'll be surprised that they will agree to review your fees. Another thing is that many lawyers just don't invest. Many lawyers who are living below average don't invest. There is a season of plenty in everybody's life business. There's a season of booming. There's a season you may not be able to boom so well. It all depends. There's a season you have plenty. There's a season there's no plenty. You just manage and all of that. In that season of plenty, what are you using those money to do? Many lawyers don't invest. Many lawyers don't have things that they've put their money that is capable of replenishing that money. As it's coming, they are eating it, waiting for another one to come. When you have not even built enough clientele base, you know that the money may not be coming every time. So it's important that when this box come, you utilize it by investing so that there's something yielding money for you, whether there's client, whether there's no client. So you must learn how to what invest. Invest in the little you have, invest in the much you have while you're focusing on what you're doing. There are lots of investments you can do within the confines of the profession that will yield so much for you. There are a lot of things you can do, you can put in to ensure that money keeps coming in. Many of these big lawyers we see today, some of them are board of directors in many companies. Many of them are doing so many things. Many of them are invested in so many, 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 many things, but you wouldn't know. So that is where, even in lack, even when there is vacation, no court, even when something keeps coming in, something keeps coming in. And another thing is that you have to keep improving yourself. Don't be redundant. You see, when you keep improving yourself, you're getting better. You become an expert. People will look for you. But that is where the place of networking also very matters. You are not a lawyer of influence when you don't network with people. It doesn't lie only in your hand. Everything does not revolve around you. Try to network, know what is happening, you know, work with other people, liars, collaborate. And sometimes you see people getting cases, they can't do them alone. They will invite two or three other counsels and put their heads together, do it. And monies are paid. So it's not about only you. So learn how to reach out to others, learn how to work with others to expand your what you are getting. So it's not about you. Sometimes you may not be able to get that brief alone, but because you are teaming up with some group of people or you're networking with others, you are able to partake in working or doing that brief. The money comes in. Yeah, money comes in. So another way you have to ensure you're not living below average as a lawyer is you have to diversify. You have to diversify your practice. I'm not a general practice is important, but create a niche for yourself. What is it you're known for? What is it that when they're talking about this area, your name should ring? Your name should ring. This person is an expert in this field. Creating a niche is very key. Creating a niche is very key. It helps you widen your horizon. It helps in profitability. It gives you peace of mind. So these few things there are lots and lots of things I need to say, but for the sake of time, I will not be able to say this. I may have to do another video over this. But don't just leave it at it is. My former boss was a general practitioner. I think I can also be with the world of technology, with where we are now. A lot of things are opening up. Excuse me. Look for areas that are very beneficial to you that you have passion for. Create a niche there, build yourself there, build more capacity, train yourself until you become what valuable, until people can't do without you in that area. Train yourself to become better, train yourself to be the best in any field you are in. So a lawyer is not supposed to live below average. You see sometimes many lawyers they are struggling, it's difficult, it's very difficult, but they have the knowledge. And you begin to wonder, why is it that this person, with all the knowledge the person has, the person can, hardly feed, the person can, hardly do other things. Another thing you have to also understand that everybody must not be a litigation lawyer. There are people who are just doing certain things legally and they are making so much. So, what is your strength? What are other areas you can look and say, this fits me. This is where I need to go. So that is also the place of being able to what specialize and being able to know what is happening around you. Even with tech, a lot of things have changed. Many of dynamics. Many lawyers are not growing with the trend. They are where they used to be. You must learn to grow with the trend. You must learn to grow as the world is evolving. As the world is evolving, innovation is the key. So you must know how to be innovative, how to, build as the trend is what we coming up, and as the trend is going, you have to what innovate and fit into the trend. If not, you'll be left behind. And when you're left behind, it's very difficult to catch up with others. So I just hope that these few points I've shared will help you to learn how to not live below average, because many people are struggling, many lawyers are struggling, and they have what it takes to what create a profitable business, a profitable career, a profitable profession for themselves, but they don't know the how. They don't know how. They don't know how. So we are trying to look at the how so that you will not be able to live below average. If you have other points you can share in the comment section, I appreciate your comment. Even if you're not satisfied with what I've said, or you have a better idea, no problem. You can go ahead to criticize. We're taking out the criticisms. We're all here to learn. We have other content on the platform that will be very beneficial to you. We have over 300 videos that is aimed at helping you become the best you can ever be. We believe in excellence. We believe in being the best. We believe that you can do this. You can be in this profession and excel beyond your imagination. Thank you for those who are yet to join us. Just click the subscribe button. Let's increase our numbers. Drop your questions if you have any, and do have a beautiful time and a beautiful day. I know that you can always be the best. Keep being resilient. Don't give up. Yes, keep pushing. Take care.